everyone, and welcome to my review of Let the Readalong In by John Ajvide Lindqvist. I read this book as part of the Let the Readalong In read-along that was organized by two of my favorite booktubers, Hanaa from Craving Books and Claire from the Book Fox. There was about 9 of us who took part in the read-along, and from what I was able to tell, everyone who's read it so far really liked the book. And also, when I mentioned this in a previous video, one of my subscribers said they were interested in seeing a review of this book, so here it is. Let the Readalong In is a Swedish novel that was written and published in 2004 and was first translated and published into English in 2008. Let the Readalong In is set in the early 80s in a suburb of Stockholm and follows a 12-year-old boy by the name of Oscar. Oscar has a pretty tough life. He is severely bullied in school. He has no friends because of that. Oscar feels very lonely and has a lot of rage bottled up that he cannot express. One day in his apartment complex, a 12-year-old girl by the name of Ellie moves in, and there is a friendship that sparks between Oscar and Ellie. Even though there seems to be a few odd things going on about Ellie, Oscar is very happy to have a friend. The book then follows the relationship that develops between Oscar and Ellie and looks at how Ellie helps Oscar stand up for himself. This, however, is not just a book that follows the friendship between two 12-year-old children, as very early on in the book we can figure out that Ellie is actually a vampire that needs blood to live. Apart from following the relationship between Ellie and Oscar, there are also a multitude of characters that the book follows. The book focuses on different characters in different chapters, so we get multiple perspectives, which is something I always love when a book does. All the characters of this book are really wonderfully written, and I really cared for all of the characters' fates, and I was interested to know a lot of their backstories, and Lindqvist does a really wonderful job creating these characters. Even though the book is labeled as a horror novel because of its vampire theme, I was a lot more horrified and disturbed by its human themes. This book focuses on a lot of dark aspects in humanity, like alcoholism, bullying, pedophilia. A lot of these themes are depicted very graphically, and a lot of the times the book made my skin crawl, and there was absolutely nothing gory or bloody in those scenes. Specifically, for those of you who've read the book, I am talking about the toilet stall scene with Hakan. That scene made my stomach turn. Other scenes that really made my skin crawl were the bullying scenes with Oscar and the boys at school bullying him. A lot of the scenes are very graphic as well. So I would say that this book is disturbing, but I wouldn't say it's gory and gruesome in a horror sense. It's more like skin crawling. How can people do this? Disturbing. Personally, I really love this book. It was so good, and I probably would not have read this if it wasn't for the read-along that I took part in. So thank you so much, girls, for organizing this. This book has 2 film adaptations, and I had seen the Swedish one, and I liked it, but I didn't love it, so I wouldn't have probably picked up the book if it wasn't for this extra motivation with the read-along. So now let's talk a little bit about the movie adaptations. I had watched the Swedish adaptation before, but I couldn't remember almost anything of it, and then I watched the American remake. Between the two of them, I preferred the Swedish adaptation. I think it kept the eerie atmosphere of the book a lot more than the American did. Both adaptations really disappointed me. As movies, they are okay, but as adaptations, they left out a lot of what was important in the book, in my opinion. They left out a lot of Hakan's story, which really bothered me because I think Hakan is a very important character in the book, Hakan being the guardian of Ellie. I think there's a lot of symbolism with Hakan as well, and the movie completely left that out. There was also a lot about Ellie's character that the movies just completely left out. The Swedish movie made a very small attempt at dealing with it, like a glimpse of an attempt to deal with it, but the American just completely left that one out. I was really disappointed in that. But good news, there is a TV adaptation by A&E that is going to come out this year, and I really hope they're going to go into a lot more detail. Apparently there is a sequel to Let the Right One In the form of a short story called Let the Old Dreams Die that Lindqvist published in a collection of short stories a few years after he published Let the Right One In, because there was a lot of discussion amongst the readers about the ending and the whole evolution of Oscar and Ellie's relationship, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on that and reading it. There is so much that I could say about this book, but it's very difficult to keep this spoiler-free review. But hopefully, I was talking to Hanaa to do a live show sometime in June and discuss it, because this is a book that has so many layers in it that I think there's a lot to be discussed. All in all, I really loved this book. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I will be trying to get my hands on other of Lindqvist's books, as well as this short story collection that continues the story of Ellie and Oscar. Thank you so much for watching this review, and let me know down below if you've read Let the Right One In and what you think about it. To all the people that also took part in the read-along, would you guys be interested in all of us doing a live show later and discussing the book? Have a great day, and I will see you back with another video soon. Bye!